Welcome to OnCore Live 2022. I'm your host, Robin, and we are very happy that you're with us today. We got some great interviews that are coming up, sharing with you the latest information and trends to help you better serve your customers and grow your business. This year on OnCore Live, we're introducing the Industry Insights Sessions, our new sales and marketing educational webisode track. So what are they? The Industry Insights Sessions bring industry experts and thought leaders together to share their knowledge about today's most meaningful industry advancements and growth opportunities. And on today's show, we've got two growth opportunities we want to share with you. We're going to be talking about the upcoming Adhesives and Bonding Expo and the co-located Foam Expo. And we're going to talk about a new products portfolio that expands your reach into the automotive segment. We've got a question and answer at the end of the broadcast, but you can send those questions to us throughout the broadcast. And please post those questions in the Q&A tab on your meeting toolbar and not in chat. During today's OnCore Live, we're going to talk to Scott Krusinski, Avery Dennison's Performance Tapes Product Manager for Automotive and Transportation. We're going to talk to Scott about the new automotive electronics product portfolio. But first, let's meet Tom Rhodes, the Events Portfolio Director of the Adhesives and Bonding Expo and the Foam Expo, the dynamic duo of expos. The dates are June 28th through June 30th in Novi, Michigan. Tom's going to share with us what you can expect from this year's show experience, and where nearly 6,000 members of the technical foam community are going to be coming together to share ideas, develop partnerships, and discover solutions from across the entire supply chain. Welcome to OnCore Live, Tom. Glad to have you with us.
Hi, Robin. Great to be with you. Thank you very much for the invite.
Yes, this is going to be great. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role with both of these expos?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I've been working in the industry now for just over 12 years, running shows all over the world. I was based in the Middle East for quite some time and running shows in North America, Europe, Asia, and of course, sort of Middle East, North Africa. But my time now as portfolio director, and I've been looking over the Foam Expo and Adhesives and Bonding Expo portfolio, where we run shows in North America, as you say, coming up on the 28th to the 30th of June, as well as in Europe later on this year in November, taking place in Stuttgart between the 8th to the 10th. And we'll also be launching our Foam Expo China brand in Shenzhen this year in December. So yeah, it was a really exciting time for us. I think it's an exciting time for the industry as well, getting back to live shows and getting back to what we love best.
Yeah, exciting and busy.
Yes, yeah, I think we're seeing quite a lot of people are realizing how the time it takes to be at shows, but also the enjoyment that you get from being out, seeing your clients again, developing new contacts in the industry, being face to face with the industry. Unfortunately, it's been a good couple of years with the disruption that we've had, and yeah, we're seeing the industry really bounce back strongly.
Yeah, so for our viewers, what's the importance of attending the Adhesives and Bonding and Foam Expo?
So with the two shows, they're both running obviously side by side at the same venue in the Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi. So the ability to be able to have the whole marketplace under one roof is a huge benefit for the industry in terms of to sort of think about how long it takes to have these connections, meet with clients individually, the travel expense that comes to it, to be able to have that opportunity under one roof is, yeah, it's just a huge benefit. And this year we've also seen that from the 2021 show, our exhibitor numbers have increased 20%. So the importance of live interaction is really clear. And I think the last few years have really sort of cemented that. Once you've missed it, you understand how important that is in getting the message across, creating those connections in the industry. But as well, this year we'll see the conference where we'll look at 2 conference theatres, where we'll be representing over 60 industry experts. A fantastic way to get up-to-date market content live in person, in an interacting platform as well. So that's something that we're really excited to see. And we're going to be covering trends like the mega trends and supply chain strategies in day 1. Day 2, we're looking over application development, regulations and sustainability. And then day 3, which is a shorter day, but we'll be then looking into material selections and interaction, as well as sort of process optimization. So yeah, we're really looking forward to welcoming everybody down to the show, see live demonstrations from our exhibitors, of which we're over 400 exhibitors across the two events, and be able to sort of generate new business as well while we're there. I mean, that's what it's all about, as well as sort of learning and networking.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot packed into those 3 days, and face-to-face is really at the top of that list. So no doubt, it's great reasons to attend the expo. Would you tell us a little bit about the highlights of what's new for this year's show that attendees can expect?
Absolutely. Yeah, so every year we're always looking to see how we can improve what the show is delivering to our audience. It's an industry platform, and we want to make sure that we're at the cutting edge of that. So we're constantly getting feedback from all of our visitors and exhibitors and speakers, and understanding what it is that adds the most value to them during their presence. So yeah, this year it's been no different. We're going to be seeing a world-class speaker lineup across our 2 conference theatres, at the likes of Cargill, Parker Law, DuPont, and obviously Avery Dennison will be participating in our sessions as well. And Scott Krusinski, who I appreciate is following me later, he will be presenting on day 1. So we're really looking forward to hearing there. We're introducing a new solutions and innovation stage, which has come directly from feedback from our visitors, wanting to see more sort of interactive, real-world examples about how new innovation is coming into the industry and how it's affecting change. And that's something we're really excited to see this year. On top of that, we are really pushing our B2B matchmaking services. So for all of our attendees, it's a great way to pre-plan your visit. Already have a list of qualified meetings throughout your time at the show, whether you're planning to be there for half a day, 2 days, the full 3 days. It's a great way to be able to see who's at the show, pre-plan, get the most out of it. Because we see thousands of attendees at the show, and unfortunately it's just impossible to meet with everybody. So it's just a great way to, as you say, structure that visit. And to do so, we recommend that everybody downloads our show app, which has all features. It has the B2B networking, also has our conference agendas, exhibitor listings, you name it, it's on there. So again, anyone attending, that's really your go-to source of information.
And if time is limited, having a pre-planned schedule while you're there is valuable for you, as well as for making sure that that you get to see everybody and every new product and every new educational seminar that you'd like to see.
Exactly.
So what else do you want? What else do you want our viewers to know about the expo?
Well, with the show, as I say, the importance of live interaction is, I don't think it's ever been as important right now. It's never been as clear. And we're seeing that, we say, with registration numbers, which are tracking well ahead of where we were in pre-COVID time, which is great to see. And again, just emphasizing that importance. But this year as well, we're expecting to sort of see how we can sort of push the boundaries from last year, where we saw 16,500 leads generated at the show on site purely during the 3-day period in 2021. So that's something that we're really looking forward to well exceeding this year. But as well as on site, as I think I've really sort of touched on the content areas, but it's about networking. It's about creating new connections as well as meeting with old friends in the market. And we run a number of networking receptions. We have 2 networking receptions, one on day 1 and on day 2, of which Avery Dennison are also sponsoring and hosting our day 2 networking reception. So really want to encourage everybody to get down, make the most of that. It's a fantastic time at the show to meet with people in a bit more of an informal environment, a bit more, so there's fun and games going on around, complimentary drinks and canapes, but just a great place to unwind and, as I say, make stronger connections in that environment. As the venue, as I mentioned at the beginning, we're taking place at the Suburban Collection Showplace, which in Novi, super easy to get to, parking in abundance, so there's no problems in actually attending the show and getting parked up close to the venue. It's a fantastic place to be. And as I say, registration is still open, so we recommend and welcome anyone that hasn't had the opportunity to do so yet. Please register. It's free to attend, and you can also register during the show on site. But as I say, come to the website, you'll be able to see a host of information, understand the agenda, plan the visit, and register.
And free is a great word.
yeah, we do like that.
Great incentive to go, and it's certainly easy to get there. Well, Tom, this has been really wonderful. Thanks for joining us today and for giving us a lot of great information about the Adhesives and Bonding and Foam Expo. We want to wish you and your team a very happy and wonderful event. So as Tom has mentioned, there's still registrations open and again free. Just visit adhesivesandbondingexpo.com to make plans to attend. And be sure to visit us in the Avery Dennison booth. Don't want you to forget that. And there's loads of time for you to register. You've still got time to register between now and when the show begins. And even when the show begins, if you only have half a day, come on out, even if it's the last day. It's certainly going to be worthwhile. Thanks again, Tom. Now, as a reminder, we're going to have a Q&A at the end of the broadcast, but you can send questions to us anytime during the broadcast, and please post those questions in the Q&A tab on your meeting toolbar and not in chat. The automotive industry continues to search for viable adhesives and tape construction solutions that meet the ever-changing technology requirements leading to the automation of vehicles of the future. This includes the electric components driving safety, convenience, and entertainment for today and tomorrow's drivers. Avery Dennison Performance Tapes product manager, Scott Krusinski, is going to introduce us to the new automotive electronics portfolio. Scott was with us, helping us out last year on OnCore Live. Hey, Scott, welcome back to OnCore Live. So glad you're with us.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, this is going to be fun. So question for you. Would you remind our viewers who you are by telling us a little bit about yourself and about your work with adhesives, particularly the automotive segment and specifically automotive electronics?
Yeah, so I've been with Avery Dennison Performance Tapes for nearly 7 years now. And almost all of those 7 years have been dedicated to automotive applications while being in different roles. So I've been an application engineer, I've been in business development, and now I'm in a product management role. And we're all really excited by the disruptive trends that are going on in automotive. So last year, to much success and interest, we launched a portfolio for EV battery applications. And we're following that trend with electrification into automotive electronics. So this year, we're launching a portfolio for automotive electronics applications, which includes applications in self-driving and infotainment.
So, there's lots of opportunity out there. Let's talk about automotive electronics. What are the trends that are driving this opportunity, and why are pressure-sensitive solutions important?
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that are coming together all at once right now. and it's making it an exciting sub-segment for pressure-sensitive adhesive applications. So these factors that are coming together include government regulations, safety and insurance costs, rapidly evolving hardware and software technologies, unaddressed passenger downtime, OEM differentiation, and customer demand and preferences.
There's a whole lot there, isn't there?
Yes,
A lot to address. The future is certainly now, isn't it? Right? Hey,
And
remember,
all of this is coming together and is bolstering the emergence and inevitability of advanced driver assistance systems, or ADAS. So ADAS has several levels varying from lane keep assistance to automatic emergency braking to full-on automated driving. And in the slide here, you can see the different levels that are occurring. And we're already into level 2 and to level 3 in some circumstances.
It's moving pretty quickly. So you remember the Jetsons, don't you? The flying cars.
I'm a little on the young side, but I remember some of the reruns. Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of tape they're going to be using?
Yeah, I'm sure they would be using this technology here to make that happen here. So, you know, ADAS is made possible by the inclusion of cameras, radar, LiDAR, and ultrasonic sensors on the exterior of the vehicle. So this diagram in the presentation here shows the different types of uses for those cameras and sensors and the areas that they can address. And then additionally, beyond the exterior ADAS sensors, their ADAS sensors and cameras are also being used on the inside of the vehicle for human monitoring purposes, which is pretty cool. And then beyond ADAS, OEMs are feeling pressure to take advantage of passenger downtime in the vehicle to make it a more productive, entertaining, and connected experience. So that would include touchscreens, seat heaters, steering wheel heaters, and more being integrated way beyond their current levels.
So how are pressure-sensitive tapes addressing some of the common challenges?
Yeah, so automotive electronics hosts a range of challenges that tapes can address directly and indirectly. Tapes can optimize design and assembly by replacing mechanical fastening methods for thinner design profiles, lighter weight, and instant bond. Tapes can improve durability by sealing and filling gaps for ingress protection. They also reduce vibration and noise, which can provide clear vision and extend the life of the components. And finally, tapes can manage vision and sensing challenges like reducing glare, managing light, and for bonding flexible PTC heaters to reduce ice buildup around those cameras and sensors.
Yeah, really, really important. Would you tell us a little bit about the various automotive electronics exterior and interior applications that are offered by the new automotive electronics portfolio?
Yeah. So there's quite a few applications, and we're going to break it down by exterior and interior. So starting with the exterior, some of the applications of note are double-coated foam tapes are used to mount, gap fill, and seal sensors to different areas of the vehicle. So for example, our AFB products can be used to mount ultrasonic sensors to the inside of bumpers. We have flock and felt tapes that absorb glare for use in front of cameras. And microporous PTFE vents are used on several electronics like headlamps to allow any enclosures to breathe without allowing dust or water in. And we have tapes that can bond to these very low surface energy vents. And finally, for exterior applications, we have there are PTC heaters that require tapes to bond them to areas where ice needs to be melted, such as exterior mirrors and then other cameras and sensors.
Yeah. So no doubt about it. Automotive electronics are certainly a hot topic right now, right?
Well, yeah, absolutely. And you know, those actually creep into the inside of the vehicle as well here. So some more applications for the interior here, bonding detection sensors to seats and steering wheels for human detection purposes, mounting displays and electronic mirrors to their base assembly, and bonding seat and steering wheel heaters to seat cushioning steering wheels.
Mm. Making everything a lot more comfortable and noise-free zones, right?
Oh, yes.
So what are some of the offerings of the automotive electronics portfolio?
Yeah, so as a whole, we are promoting 12 applications for this portfolio. And this portfolio includes 13 different adhesives and 9 different tape constructions that combine to create 24 different tape products. These products are going to range in price and performance and dimension to make sure that we're meeting the CTQs for all these various applications. And all that being said, we expect to uncover more applications, and we want to expand and evolve the portfolio over the next few years. So our team is dedicated to bringing the right solution for your automotive electronic applications. So, you know, we'd be happy to discuss those with you, whether it's me or your account manager, or if it's with our applications and technical service team.
Well, there's certainly a lot of opportunity in in automotive electronics, particularly for pressure-sensitive tapes. This was wonderful, Scott. Truly incredible how fast the automotive segment is moving with technology and electronics in our vehicles. Our driver experience continues to evolve with new future opportunities. Scott, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate your expertise and the information that you shared with us. Looking forward to your presentation at the Adhesives and Bonding Expo and the Foam Expo. Looking forward to that.
Thanks, Robin.
So we are just about ready to move into the Q&A with our guests, but before we do, there's still time for you to submit a question. You can post it now in the Q&A of OnCore Live, the product and technology sessions. Watch your emails for invitation. All right, we now have our 2 guests back with us for our viewer Q&A. Let me take a look here and see what our questions are. Oh, okay, look, we've got one here for Tom. So this one is, what is the best way to plan your days at the Adhesives and Bonding and Foam Expo? So we did touch a little bit on how important it is to plan your day for the best results. So what would be, what's a good way for them to plan it?
Right, well, that's, let's say, a perfect question, because as you say, we're expecting up to, well, over 5,000 attendees at the show, and as I say, 400 exhibitors. So planning is crucial. We have, say, 60 sessions that we're running as well. So on our website, you'll be able to see the full agenda for the shows, the timing of every session, who's speaking, the topics, and everything that is happening. You can also use our B2B matchmaking platform through the website. So it's linked up to your desktop. All of the sort of the admin side is done for you. You just need to identify who you'd like to meet, send a request, and job done. You can do this from the app, and I would really recommend downloading the show app, which can be done from the website as well as from Apple Store, to make sure that you have, let's say, everything to hand in one place. So you'll have the agenda, you'll have the exhibitor lists, and also the ability to set one-to-one meetings up through the app. So very, very important, I would say, that when it comes to planning your time at the show, whether it be brief or for the full 3 days.
Yeah, the app is really a useful tool to have. Okay, let's see. The next question. Okay, so Scott, as a converter, will I be working directly with the OEMs or tiers or both? Good question.
Yeah, so for the audience who might not be familiar with converters, converters are companies that will laminate and die cut materials together, including pressure sensitive adhesives. So converters will be conversing with OEMs and tiers, and they, you know, the automotive electronics supply chain actually can vary quite a bit application to application. So take, for example, the ultrasonic sensor mounting for parking sensors. You know, we would be supplying our AFB tape to a converter, and they would die cut it out into a circle, and that can go to the ultrasonic sensor component manufacturer. That die cut could also go to the bumper manufacturer, and those parts could be assembled that way. And those are both tier 2 and tier 1 type of customers. But I suspect and know that there are some OEM applications directly for converters as well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. It looks like another question for you, Scott. Is the Avery Dennison lab fully versed in the automotive electronics area? Can it provide support with testing and other areas?
Yeah, so our lab, our legacy capabilities for automotive are transferable for automotive electronics. So we can do the traditional bulk property testing of pressure sensitive adhesives. That would include peel, tack, and shear. And then we have capabilities for conditioning tapes and materials in high temperature conditions, low temperature conditions, high humidity, and salt spray, and different scenarios like that. So that's all the traditional PSA testing that is integrated across the entire tape industry. But then we also get creative with application specific testing. So if a customer came to us and said, hey, we actually want to test the actual sensor to a bumper component, we can work with that company and come up with a custom test to meet their needs.
Okay, good. Okay, here's something for you, Tom. So we've talked a lot about networking and face-to-face, how important that is. And we all realize that so much more since the pandemic. This question is, could you repeat which networking opportunities are available at the show?
Yeah, definitely. As you say, it's great to be getting back face to face and having these opportunities to meet and network and create new connections in the industry after so long apart. And we have a networking reception on day 1 and day 2, and they run between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. both days, with drinks, canapes. We're actually running casino nights as well alongside both those days, just to bring in some entertainment and have a bit of fun with it as well. And so Avery Dennison are hosting the day 2 networking reception, which is great. So we're really looking forward to seeing everybody down there. As I say, just a nice way to meet new people, as well as familiar faces as well, in a nice informal environment at the show, and create, new opportunities that way. And also with networking, the B2B matchmaking, just that it's a good way prior to getting to the show, knowing that you've got some pre-qualified meetings, you know who you're going to see, because let's be honest, when we go to a show, we all get distracted. We see new companies and new sessions that we want to go and visit, but then it has a bit more structure to your time at the event, and you know that you're going to get the most out of it. So again, highly recommend the B2B matchmaking, which can be accessed by the website and the app.
And the app, yes. So you've got educational opportunities, networking, the face-to-face, and casino night. What more enticement could you possibly need than that, right?
We try our best.
Yes, yes. So it looks like we've got time for just one more question. This one's for you, Scott. When do you think self-driving cars with full automation will be a true reality?
Good question, Robin. Let me get out my crystal ball here.
Those flying
so,
cars going to be available?
Yeah, so if you look at market research and you read the latest articles, there's lofty projections for that. I could see it happening in our everyday lives by 2030, but it might be way out, maybe even 2040. There are significant challenges with like rain and snow and difficult to navigate roads, like, think of like Brooklyn, New York. And you have a lot of pedestrians and stuff like that. So they need to be really careful. And those fine details are, they need 1% more, but that 1% they need to do is a magnitude more of effort than what they've currently done. So there's still a lot of work. That being said, in some ways, automation is part of our everyday lives right now. A lot of cars right now have lane keep assistance and automatic emergency braking.
Right.
And a lot of vehicles would probably be capable of full-on highway automation, where you have nice, painted lines and continuous road, no turning, that kind of thing. But, you know, if you want to go full on autonomy with no steering wheel and you just sit back in the car and take a nap or, you know, scroll through your iPad, that probably won't be till 2030 or way beyond.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot more that needs to be taken care of. And maybe it's a data center that's controlling a lot of the traffic lights and the traffic situations within a city. Well, this was wonderful, guys. I want to thank you both so much for your time today. And I hope our viewers enjoyed this as well. So that's it for this webisode of OnCore Live Industry Insights and Sessions. We appreciate your time, everybody. We really do. And from all of us at OnCore Live, we want to thank you for joining us today. Have a great summer, and we'll see you in September.